Welcome to my channel. I am really happy you are here. Thank you for being here. I am on this morning, today, whenever it is that you're coming on. For me, it is morning. I had quite an interesting night. I won't say sleep because I'm really tired. I don't get much sleep. I do a lot of things while I'm sleeping. I astral project while I am sleeping. So I'm in a car. I'm driving the car. And I asked the person behind me, "Where am I taking you? Why am I driving somebody around? That's really weird." Okay. All right. I don't do Uber. I don't do any of that stuff. So I don't even have any idea where this dream came out of left field. It was the weirdest thing. Okay. So I'm driving a car and I have on like these sunglasses and I'm like, "Where am I taking you?" And I turn around and I look to the person in the back that is sitting in the back with another person. And it's me. It's me without sunglasses, me with eyeglasses on, and next to me is another me just looking at me. "We're going where you're going," they said. And I said, "Wait a minute. Wait." And I just kind of kept turning around and looking around. I can't be here, and I have to be in all these places at once. And I think that at times, no, I told you you're working through things in your dream. Well, what's really cool is that I'm like, "Okay, well, let's start driving." What's really cool is that in your dream, you work through things, right? So I start driving and I'm like, "Okay, where am I going? I don't even know." But what I find out is that I'm taking one over to a graveyard. I'm taking one of the other me's over to the beach. And I'm taking the other me is just staring at me in the passenger seat right next to me. And she's just looking at me like, "I go where you go." And I'm like, "Okay, are you my dark side or are you my light side? What is going on here?" And she says, "I'm your guide side." And I said, "You're my guide?" And she says, "Yes, I'm actually your protector. I have kept you from many, many incidences of harm." "Okay. How come I never see you?" "Because you've never wanted to see me," she says. And I said, "Well, so I want to see you now?" And she says, "Yes, because you're awake now. You've been awake to all these things. And now we are all going to band together to make things easier for you." I'm like, "What? What what are you talking about?" So I drop off one of me and she says, "Well, I'm not going to be here for too long, so you're going to come back and get me, right?" And I said, "Well, of course I'm going to come back and get you. I mean, are you, how who else is going to get you but me to get you, who is me? I don't know what the heck." Anyway, anyway, and I get to the other place and I drop off the one me, and everybody's dressed in different colors. One's wearing all blue, one's wearing all pink, and the one next to me is all in yellow. And I'm thinking, okay, this must be like a reflection of my aura that I display at times, or this is the chakra colors that I need to work on. I'm trying to figure everything out that's going on in this dream. And then what I realize is that this is me saying to myself, "Rachel, it's not possible for you to do all the things that you want to do every day. So at night, when you're wanting to do these things and you're dreaming about them and you're thinking about, not only are you astral projecting to do your dream warrior work, but you are also going to now be astral projecting to do the other things that you wish that you could accomplish during the day. And we're going to get all this done. How am I doing this?" And she's like, "Well, it's because it's very possible. It's a fact. Humans do not know how to tap into the vast abilities that we hold within us." And I think all of you out there know what I'm talking about, or you wouldn't be watching this right now. So, it's very funny because I wake up so tired. I mean, just so tired. Everybody out there. It's like I feel like I'm running a marathon in my dreams. I'm just, but obviously I'm not. But it's really starting to make me believe that all of these dreams that I have are really, they really all happen as I am dreaming them. So, as soon as I get to dropping off the one at the graveyard, the other one's calling and telling me, hey, I need you to come back and get me. I'm like, are you done doing what you were supposed to do? Yes, I'm done. I don't waste time. I'm the part of you that doesn't fizzle fazzle. I don't waste time. And I'm like, fizzle fazzle? What the heck is that? She's like, just come get me. All right. Or you're not going to make it to get the other you. And I'm like, okay. So and I'm like, well, it's going to take me like a half hour to get back to you. That's fine. Just head this way now. So we aren't late to get the other one. And I'm like, okay. So so I am realizing that what has happened to me is basically this weird infinity ascension of what it is that you can't accomplish and what it is that you want to get done during the day of your life. What's really funny is that I feel after this dream, I don't feel like I have as much to do. I don't feel as stressed. And I know I got my work done as my dream warrior astral projection person, even though I had to drive three of me around and deal with this one constantly telling me things that I didn't want to hear about myself. I'm like, I need to call and check on this person. And she's like, why are you checking on this person? And I'm like, because I feel the urge that I need to check on somebody. You know what she told me? She says, if something was wrong, that person would get a hold of you, wouldn't they? And I'm like, no, I don't really think they would. And she says, well, I think that that's just you. These are the things that you do to yourself that run you into the ground, Rachel. And I'm like, don't talk to me and say my name because this is really creeping me out. Anyway, we get there and we pick up the one, and the one is running. She's running from this area. And I'm going, what did you do? And she says, just hurry up and go. Don't stop. Let me in. Just go. Just keep driving. Don't stop the car. And I'm like, what did you do? And she says, I took care of what I needed to take care of for you. She says, nothing is wrong. Everything is good. We just got to hurry up and go get the other you. And I'm like, okay, get the other me. All right, let's go do that. So she jumps into the car. She dives into the back seat of my vehicle. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is really crazy. And I'm driving. And she says, hurry. You have to hurry because you have to get all this done before you start to come out of your sleep. And I'm like, okay. So we get to the other one and she's running. And I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, nothing, just keep going because we have to get to this other destination before a certain time so that I don't wake up or they can't go back into to be all as one, they told me. And I'm like, I have to get back. Okay, so I have one, I have the other. And I said, what the hell is happening? I'm not driving anymore. I'm not doing anything. And the road's really dark and I'm really creeped out. Okay. And they're Rachel. And they all say it like in unison. And I'm like, what? This is kind of really, one is laughing and the other one is just looking at me like she's about to attack me. And the one next to me is saying that they're starting to lose it because at the time it's getting up near 4 a.m. and we have to be done with all this. And I look and I'm like, I mean, I feel like one's robbing a bank and one is committing a crime and another crime, and I don't know what is happening here. And I'm like, this is not. I don't feel like you girls are doing what you're supposed. Of course, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're you, and I'm like, okay. So I'm driving in this car, And I'm looking around and I'm realizing that this car is like from the early 1900s. And I'm trying to figure out how in the hell are we getting everywhere we need to go and what is happening and why is it's just pitch black everywhere I drive. You can't see. I can't see the road. I can't see where I'm going. I'm just supposed to be driving by intuition. They told me. They told me you use your intuition when you are in this astral projected state. You are not driving by what you see. Nothing that you see is really there in your astral projection self. It's all black until you arrive at the destination that you are seeking. And then once you are at the actual particular place where you're either supposed to be being a warrior, a protector, a guide, a leader, something like that, or trying to just basically save someone, you don't see it until you're actually upon it, is what she told me. And she said that that's all part of my protection during astral projection and warrior dreaming and stuff like that. And now at night it's going to be multiplied by 3. And I'm like, okay, so who is this? And then all of a sudden, this big white light comes down, and it's like right in front of the car. And I have to stop. And they said, it's obviously a sign from God. So of course, I say, I'm not going to continue to drive. I want to see what's happening with this. And they're all like terrified looking, and I'm like, and what it is it is another messenger coming down, and this bright white, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like a white starry filled, like as if something was beaming down from the heavens. It was really, really interesting. Anyway, this thing came down, and it says Rachel, and I'm like, what did I do? And it says you cannot possibly complete your mission when you are behaving like you can do everything on your own without the help of your guides, your guards, and your protectors. And now you're losing time because I had to be beamed down to explain to you that you don't seem to understand that everything they tell you it has a purpose, it has a reason, and it's super uh, spiritual in nature. So I was standing outside of the car, and I was in this, white light, and this being was speaking to me, and it reached out to me, and it put its hands on what I view to be hands. I don't know, maybe they were just tentacles or something. I don't know, but they came down and they encased my head like a helmet, and it said, close your eyes, and I closed my eyes. And all of a sudden, I saw oceans, and I saw people, and I saw things. And I was told that the visions that I am going to receive from here on out are all of things that I am to save and protect. At that moment, I felt more overwhelmed than ever. Sweating in my dream, running in my dream, fighting in my dream, talking in my dreams, being terrified in my dreams. But then having the courage to realize that I am a dream warrior. I am an astral projection savior of some kind for people because of the future. And I am to save things. I'm to save people so that the future can play out like it's supposed to play out. And as the white light released my crown of my head, my chakra, as it sent everything into my head, as it released me, my arms, my arms just kind of went up, and I just kind of went into prayer. And I began to pray that I would be able to take this mission, and that I would be able to uphold the morals and the standards that I needed to in order to protect people, and that I would be a good and solid warrior to do this for people. Souls, souls, soul savior. So I turned around. The car was gone. The other me's were gone. And I was in the middle of a very beautiful field. Wildflowers were around me. I could hear birds chirping, butterflies surrounding me. And what was really neat is that the sun was coming up, and it was such a huge, fiery ball that it made me realize that everything, including your dreams and what you do, is so important for your higher self. And I also realized that I had no idea where I was. I had no idea if I was in the same country. I had no idea if I was in the same state. I had no idea. And I remember feeling like I don't know how I'm going to get home. Am I ever going to get home? And then suddenly, a beam of light that I kept seeing in my head at that point. I began to get up and walk through this field. And it was kind of like a Snow White thing for me. I mean, I was surrounded by butterflies and birds and deer, and I was being guided through a dewy flower path. My feet were wet, and my clothes were tattered and hanging on me, and I looked like a half-soaked mess, but it didn't really matter. I felt amazing. And then next thing I know, I'm hearing laughter and beautiful, beautiful nature sounds, just divine, speaking to me and whispering to me and telling me that I have the ability and the power to do all these things. And I was so touched. And then all of a sudden I realized I was awakening in my bed. And I felt completely enlightened and completely on a different path. So, I mean, not a different path, but completely knowing that the path that I'm on, I guess I would say, knowing that everything that I do is good, knowing that what I do is for a good reason, and knowing that I am helping people. And I can't wait to hear what Divine tells me again And I really hope I experience that white beamy light again. It was quite a dream, very inspirational, very meaningful to me. Anyway, I love you all so much out there. Thank you for tuning in for this other incredible dream warrior dream that I had. And I hope that I get to share another one with you guys. Like my videos. I hope you vibe with me. And I hope you like my videos. And I will see you real soon. If I don't see you here, maybe I'll see you in your dreams.